Hi, this is public speaking persuasive speech, and this is my audience. Today, we're going to be talking about wildlife and urbanism. Hi, my name is Edwin Rivera, and today I want you to ask yourself, how would you like to see a bear in your kitchen or an skunk on top of your bed? Every piece of land that we take from a forest comes with a consequence in the environment. We may accommodate a human family, but how many wild animals are we displacing? And what are the future consequences toward our own safety? Since I moved to Johnson City 3 years ago, I can smell the scent of dead skunks. And deer is a common roadkill that outnumber the death caused by hunters and natural predators altogether. In 2009, Ben and Amber Sessions bought a house with a large space of land. They thought that this was a great deal because of the price. They purchased the house for less than $180,000. But to their surprise, the house was infected with snakes. A bear wandered in California around March and April of this year, having a close encounter with a man that was walking and testing at the same time. And in 2010, a dog saved a 11-year-old boy from a mountain lion while the boy was gathering wood in his backyard. Animals and human activities don't get along so well. Through the years, we keep experiencing confrontations with animals that result in injury or the death of a person, an animal, and in some cases both. So we're going to be talking about some of the major points in wildlife and urbanism and how they collide. Human encroachment into the wildlife. So, according to Society in Focus, human population grew from about 2 billion to 7 billion in only 200 years. We changed our way of life from farmers, artisans, to factory workers living in buildings in cities. Because of this change, we grew exponentially from 2 billion to 7 billion. This change has a profound impact in our ecosystem. We need more space than ever to feed and provide shelter for all. According to an article from BBC News, Brazil has the fastest deforestation rate worldwide. The need for soy and cattle is prompting farmers to clear more land. Let's see some of the results of human and animal interaction. Animal invasion. You can see over here a snake in the house from Ben and Amber. This is only one, but in one day they killed 47 snakes. Because of these kind of problems, it creates a lot of economical burden in families. Because of the development of cities, factories, and residential areas into forested areas, animals encounters are a common occurrence, sometimes bringing economic burden to some families and deadly result to others. According to a report of on June 2011 by ABC News, the couple that bought the house had to file for bankruptcy because they couldn't live in the house. They had 2 kids and they had a baby at the same time. They had in total 3 kids. So, and they were saying that the realtor didn't disclose the snakes, saying that it was just a myth. It was a urban legend. So they had to file for bankruptcy. Some animals constitute a health issue, spreading diseases like rabies, ticks, and other diseases caused by their urine and feces. The remover can be very expensive too. Some raccoons, like this one, they can create sickness to some people. Especially if you have little kids that they don't know better, they think that it's a pet, they can get hurt. Some of the, let's say, we are creating an environmental problem disrupting animal cycles by entering their habitat. Some of the consequences that we are facing are endangered species. Oh, well, this is a mountain lion in a neighborhood. I don't want to find out. I don't want to find one of these animals in the night, especially. So, okay, keep going. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Okay, so this animal is a tapir. It's from South America. Some of them live in Central America and Asia. But because of the deforestation in Brazil, we are taking this animal to extinction, where it's in the list of endangered species. Maybe one day it will be extinct if we don't stop our current way of life. Keep going. This is a baby tapir. Keep going. Okay. Some of the extinctions that we faced were the dodo. It was first described by Selous in 1598 in Mauritius Island, east of Madagascar. And the last sighting was recorded in 1680. In less than 100 years, the dodo was driven to extinction because of the consumption that humans were having on it. Keep going. The thylacine is another species that is extinct now, or is considered extinct. It was a carnivorous marsupial, living in Australia, Tasmania, and New Guinea. In appearance, it looks like a big dog, but it's believed to be extinct because due to offerings of bounties and human encroachment. Like farmers thought that this animal was killing cattle, so they were paying bounties to kill them. Like every time that somebody killed one of them, they got money for it. The last Tasmanian tiger died in 1936 in a zoo. How can we avoid these results and protect animals from imminent extinction? How can we fix this problem? Okay, keep going. Next slide. Okay, so we cannot do something like this, but this is a good idea too. So, yeah, keep going. Okay, animal bridges on highways is an alternative to fix this problem that kills more animals than hunters and predators altogether. This is an expensive initiative that may save animals and human life because all the accidents that happen on the freeways, it can be a very deadly encounter. If you hit an animal driving at 60 miles per hour, you can kill yourself too. This can be very expensive, but in the long run, this also can save millions in highway services and accidents. Evaluating animal migrations and using tracking mechanisms such as implanting chips before constructing homes, trying to determine the impact in the area and the consequences that it brings to our safety. So by evaluating the data of all the animal migrations, we can prevent building houses where we shouldn't have built them, saving land and space with the construction of more environmental homes and the reduction of the space utilized, such as apartment buildings. Apartments are a good idea because they concentrate a big amount of people in just one area. It can be an environmental solution to this problem. Monitoring animals by using cameras to alert the drivers. So sometimes the heat sensors and cameras can tell a driver if there is a deer in the area so that we can prevent accidents. Political involvement is a necessity by supporting organizations and representatives with a plan to save our nation's landscape. Because of the growth of human population, we need to expand into forests in the forested areas, a bigger population will result into more consumption of natural resources and more homes to be constructed. In the past, we have driven some species to extinction and others, more lucky species, to the endangered status. We must take action and create more efficient and effective ways to respect nature and at the same time protecting us from deadly encounters with these animals. We must remember that all these creatures were here before, and they may want to keep living in our new backyard. Thank you. Okay.